Hey everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a very special speed build. Today I'm actually doing a collab where I am building the exterior of a restaurant and spa in the world of Tartosa and the fantastic MissSimReno as decorating the interior. I think this is such a fun idea. We had started talking about this back when my wedding stories first came out, but it took a little bit of time to actually get this to come to fruition, but I hope you will enjoy it. I definitely need you all to click the link down below and go check out the furnishing of the interior of this build. I cannot wait to see it. And of course, subscribe to her channel as well. She is a fantastic builder, another simmer here on YouTube. And you should definitely go support her. I would really, really appreciate that. I know I'm going to be over there immediately after this to go take a peek at the interior. I saw a couple of screenshots, but I haven't seen the entire inside of this place, and I'm very excited to see what she came up with. So anyway, for the outside here, it's going to change a lot. I was incredibly indecisive. I looked at so many different reference pictures to get an idea of a style I wanted to go for, what sort of outside shape, where I might put a pool or some sort of awning. And I was just really indecisive about it. So you'll see the colors change. I'm adding a deck now that wasn't there before. And I'm only doing the outside of this build. I delete some walls inside, so the random walls that were added from the process of building this get deleted. But I kept the inside like an empty slate. So that would be up to her. But in the exterior of this build, I did put some furniture outside to kind of represent what I was thinking with that area. I have no idea if more stuff got added or not, but I do have a pool, some loungers, and a couple of tables and chairs and stuff outside as well. I was thinking that would be good for the dining space. So you would have indoor dining, I'm assuming, maybe? I don't know. And exterior dining as well. And I just wanted it to be super cozy and, of course, places to lounge by the pool. I thought that made sense for a restaurant and spa. I think this is an idea that works together really well. I loved the suggestion. It was not my idea. And I'm really happy with how the exterior comes out. If for some reason you want to download the empty version, the version that is not furnished, you can find this on my gallery. My origin ID is Gryphi, Gryphi, but I would highly recommend you download the full furnished version, which you will be able to find after watching the interior video that is linked below. So you should go do that. But I think it's on the gallery under the origin ID MissSimReno. So go check it out. Anyway, I am working on the roofing here, messing around with it, figuring out the windows. I was very indecisive. I did end up using a lot of the windows that came with my wedding stories, but at first I really wanted to use this window over here from the industrial loft kit, but I did get rid of it in the end because I just didn't feel like it was working, and I also changed the actual texture on the outside of this build so many times. I ended up using a stone from Cottage Living in the end, which I thought had the right sort of colors I was going for. I'm not sure if it was the exact texture I wanted, but I thought the colors were pretty good, so that's what I ended up doing. So over here, I wanted to have an awning from the pack. I decided this one because I like the slant of it, but I wanted it to be a bigger size and sloping off where the roof was, so I used tulle to lower it into the ground. And then I put a pool over here. You probably saw I had the hot springs for a moment. I thought that might look nice. But because we have the waterfalls right behind here, I decided a pool was fine and probably a better use of your Sim's time. And I really liked the idea of having a pool here, but this was a bigger lot. I might have used the hot springs as well. But I love how the pool area comes out. I combined some stone pillars to hold up that pergola, and then we're getting some chimneys up here, which looks so nice. And I will be changing the swatch of this wallpaper on the exterior. I can't remember if I changed the roof as well. I changed the texture too many times that I don't remember if it's one more time or not. But I got a couple of different tiles down here, which I will also be changing a little bit later, but I wanted to differentiate the tiles around the pool. And then I wanted to incorporate some more of these red flowers that are on the pergola. I thought that looks beautiful. And I also ended up adding some planter boxes under each of the windows as well that have red flowers. But we're starting to work on some more landscaping here. I had done some to begin with and then got rid of it, and I kept changing my mind, but that's okay. It comes out okay in the end. Just getting a variety of flowers here. I also decided to make the pool a little bit more interesting in shape. It just has an extra little bump out. It's nothing too wild. And placing down some loungers to make sure the space worked out the way I was thinking. And I got this umbrella from the debug from that pack as well. And I just love the red accents throughout this. I think it looks so pretty. And it's not a color I use a lot on exteriors. Maybe I should some more. Obviously, this building isn't red, but I'm using a lot of red flowers, which was really fun. I also put down a few of these like planter boxes. I get rid of most of them in the end, but I really like those. Those are also from the debug catalog or the Show Live Edit Objects catalog. And I just think they look really nice. And they're another place for you to throw some plants. So I do keep the one on the porch, and I think there ends up being one out front as well. I'm obviously focusing on the back of the build for the most part because I wanted the space your Sims are actually going to hang out in if they're visiting this restaurant and spa to be the back of the lot. The front looks fine. I just don't think it's as exciting, but on a place like this, that's kind of what I was imagining anyway. I really wanted a U-shape back where there was entertainment space in the middle. At first I was thinking the pool would be there, but I think it worked a lot better off to the side. And so the front isn't as exciting, and I do come back to it a little bit later because I wasn't happy with it and I needed to figure it out. But I just wanted to place a couple of things down here at first to make sure that this side of the building was going to work. I didn't want to just leave it with no idea. So that's what we're doing here now, and getting some more vines and flowers. And I also grabbed this sign, which ends up being on the back and on the front. So just placing that now. And then we're going to start placing some tables and chairs back here, which I think was so cool because I was able to add these umbrellas as well, but I added them as the closed version. So you can see I tried both. And I just think that's so much more realistic, and it doesn't block off like all the view of this space. And it makes everything still match really nicely. So I just really like those umbrellas that we got with my wedding stories. I love that there's a few different versions, like different colors, swatches, but also that they come in a closed version as well, which is so cool because none of the other umbrellas that we've had before have a closed version. So having those here is so cool. Anyway, up those stairs, I have a bigger table with more chairs. I thought that that could be for a bigger party of Sims, or more of a like special area, I guess, because I think it's a little bit nicer and has a really pretty view. It's up higher, it's more private, all of that. And then here I am adding some of these flower boxes and working on some more landscaping. I just wanted it to look very, not overgrown, but like very lush, I suppose. Here is the tile that it did change to, which is from Jungle Adventure. And then I used this same brick that I was using before as the area going around the pool, and I believe it ends up being in the pool as well. I just thought it looked really nice, and so that's what I went with. I think it tones everything down a little bit. The dark brick I had before, the really bright red one, I just thought that was a little bit too bright, so I got rid of that. And then I'm trying to add some pool lighting. When I test this out though, it doesn't look like it really added much lighting, if any. It might be because of the pool water that I have. I used the one from Jungle Adventure because all the other ones just seemed too bright for some reason, so that's the one I ended up using. I also have a floaty in the pool that is red. All of the red accents here, I feel like that's just like their branding, which I thought was really nice. And then I'm using this debug fence from the, this is from Discover University. I thought it worked really nicely for framing out the back of this area. Particularly because it was right against the edge of the lot, so you can't put a fence there, but I wanted something to make it feel like it was a little bit more private around the back. And also this style I thought worked pretty nicely, and the colors worked really well. So that's what I'm doing there, plus adding some more lighting outside. We have fairy lights from Toddler Stuff, we have some wall lights, and I got some of these floor lights as well. I just wanted to make sure there was a decent amount of lighting. I didn't want it to be super bright. I wanted it to, be kind of moody at night. I think that's really nice, but having some outdoor lighting. And I just love the toddler lights. It's so hard not to use those. And then I'm just playing around with the roof here, trying to figure out how to make it look a little bit more interesting. And finalizing some of the decisions here. The roofing, as well as some of the colors of everything. and I think it worked out okay in the end. I also put some columns like on the corners of the building to add a little bit more definition, and they're very dark right now. I do change them to a color that blends in more, but I still feel like it gives just that little extra bit of detail to this build. But that's pretty much it for the exterior. Make sure you stay tuned for the interior by clicking that link down below and going to see what MissSimReno has done with the interior of this build. I'm so excited to check it out. Thank you again to her for collabing with me. And yeah, we're gonna head on to screenshots now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all soon. Bye, everyone.